Peggy 16.
Plan. So, that is the plan. Let's see how we get on.
Well, hi everybody. It's filling in for Jens Anderson and MEPS this week. We have Larry Liberty, that's me. I'm the executive producer of DC Universe Online, and I'm joined by Jesse Benjamin. He is the game's design director.
Hello.
So, tonight we're going to be focusing on, for the first time, on an EU, European PS3 League. The league is Gravity, and we're joined by their league leader. His name is Orbit. Some of you may know, if you don't know, you should know that Orbit actually has a YouTube channel where he puts up, all kinds of interesting and helpful videos in relating to DC. That channel is Full Metal Heroes. So just do a search for Orbit or Full Metal Heroes on YouTube, and you can find his videos. So, real quick before we get to all the PvP action, just wanted to give a couple of updates, give some general news. I think most people on the channel will hopefully know, but I'll just say it again real quick. DLC 7 Origin Crisis did go live for Legendary players. We were able to give Legendary members early access actually a couple of days ago. So if you don't know that, hopefully you do now. For everyone else, it's going to go on sale either Tuesday or Wednesday. Wednesday for our friends across the pond on PS3, everyone else on Tuesday. So there is that. One quick update on Game Update 26. I did want to mention that we are going to be including PvP Challenge in that Game Update. That's probably for at least those of you watching tonight that care about PvP. It should be the most important part of the update. It is arranged matchmaking. So PvP Challenge allows you to use the social menu. Normally when you press left on the D-pad if you're on PS3, or you can see your friends, you can see nearby people, and you'll be able to just go through the social menu and challenge them to PvP content. And the cool thing about that is you can choose whatever content you have access to. So even if something's not in the current PvP map rotation, you can go there, you can take part. The other interesting thing you can, besides being able to choose who participates, is you can actually play asymmetrically. So you don't have to have 2v2 in a 2v2 map. You could do a 1v1 there. You could do 1v1 in a Fortress of Solitude, so it kind of gives all kinds of opportunities. You could also do a 3v2 if you want. Really, we think it's a cool feature for those of you that want to set up your own kind of informal bragging rights tournaments, and really that is what you're playing for. This is there to help leagues and just fans of PvP do tournaments or teach people kind of on their own, or if there are players that just want to learn PvP, I think it's a good opportunity for people just to invite friends over to their base and kind of teach them PvP. Again, there are no rewards, but I think the rewards are just kind of playing the way you want. So I'm pretty excited about that feature. Speaking of PvP and the map rotation, we had our first map rotation go out yesterday. So if you're not aware, the plan is every couple of weeks or so we're going to be rotating out the maps that are available for play for rewards in PvP, and the plan is to keep those fresh and to add new variant maps along the way. Without further ado, I think we can kick it over to our friends across the pond and start. So Jesse is going to take over and drive the game over and be an observer, an invisible observer watching them.
I'll do my best to make sure everybody doesn't get seasick. All right, Order, go ahead. What do we want to do? You guys ready to go?
Sweet. Hey guys. Yeah, we're going to be doing some 4v4 Star Labs today. I was planning on doing 5v5 Arkham for you because it's quite an exciting map. There's a lot of strategies that go into that.
Yeah.
But you guys switched the maps, and the pit's kind of boring to watch. Kind of boring to watch. Even I find it kind of boring to watch. Plus, it's a bit laggy. So we're going to do some 4v4 today, and it'll be really exciting because I know for a fact that there's going to be some top, the top leagues from EU PS3 are going to be queuing tonight. I know they are. They want a piece of us, and
good.
It should be good. So win or lose, you're going to see some top level PvP tonight, definitely.
Great. So let us know when you guys are in, and give me a character name, and I'll go find you guys.
Okay, you want us to queue up?
Yeah, go ahead and queue up, and then Larry will get the camera switched over for everybody else online to see where we're at.
Someone has invited me to Power Core. No, I don't want to go to Power Core.
Uh-oh. Speaking of that, we did get a request for a feature after last week's FNL to allow people to basically be invisible to invites, and that is something that we're considering, but it will take a little bit of time still to do.
Please do that. I get invites, because my channel's so popular and big.
Yep.
The invites is ridiculous.
Yep.
I can't play the game properly, especially when I'm solo and stuff. So yeah, definitely include that. 100%. Yeah. Let me just check everything's going all cool. We're in the queue now.
What would be one of your character names I can go to?
Orbit.
Orbit, that makes sense, huh?
This is a good one to try.
Yeah. Who's that? Alright, everybody queue up, come on. Not you guys, but the people that play against you.
I've got instance ready to Power Core, that's the only problem, so it might need to wait for that to go. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because you were queued for the Power Core?
No, I didn't queue, I didn't accept that. I've just kind of left it. Someone in the Power Core invited me to the Power Core.
I see. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but they've gone now, so it should. Okay, we got a pop.
There we go.
We got a pop. So yeah, you want me to tell you the group?
Yeah, introduce everybody. We'll while we wait.
Are you kind of invisible now? You can't see me now, can you?
No, I haven't loaded over you guys yet.
Okay. Well, we're just in my
There
base at the moment. You with us?
I am now with you.
And we're on delay to everyone else, so there we go.
Okay. Yeah, so just in my base at the moment, we've got a load of gravity guys in my base. In fact, I couldn't fit everyone in. It's a bit of a shame. Everyone kind of queued on to we're just going in now. Everyone queued into.
That is a pretty cool base.
Part of this. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So I actually had a bit of a refurbish yesterday. A friend of mine called Infinity suggested that I sorted the place out. So yeah, we had a bit of a refurbish. Looks cool. All right, let's see who we got. Who have we got?
You guys in the match now?
Yeah.
All right, let me go back.
Okay, we've actually got Z Gravity. Now Z Gravity is the kind of underleague to Gravity, so I'm not sure if you knew that. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
It's kind of a joint partner. It's like a partnered league. So, it's still run by us, and they're not. It's the requirements to get into the league is slightly less. Basically, just get them before they turn good. If that makes any sense. So they'll go in,
It's like the minor leagues. That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly that. And don't underestimate these guys. There's some good guys in that league. It's just at the moment, Gravity it's a popular league, very popular league. So it's tricky to fit everyone in, So Z Gravity's perfect, for me to get to know them, see what they're like, because I go for sorry,
it's hard to talk and play, isn't it? Yeah, you're down to what, 25? Oh, 5% maybe.
Yeah, they might have me.
Yeah, you guys are getting outnumbered there. Oh, there you go.
We got one.
So you guys find that fighting in the center point in the Star Labs is pretty much where you guys fight the majority of the battle, the arena? Like when I play, I'm always here in the middle. It seems like.
Well, when there's one node in the middle, then
you guys will actually. Well, yeah. But when you guys split up, do you guys? I mean, when another one pops, you guys actually leave and capture the other one.
Yeah. That's the main thing we're doing. majority. You want to be, you know, in the middle, and you always want someone breaking off to the side, getting that nodes, because you know at the end of the day, nodes get you points. You know, so
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing. I've played a lot of matches where people just don't do that. They just stay in the middle, and I'm like, well, I'll just go peel off, and I'll go cap it, and just be stand there by myself, acquiring
exactly.
points.
That's kind of, you know, the people that I'm looking for to join Gravity is not how geared you are or skill points. You know, they come into effect, but the main thing is using your initiative. You know, are you going to be that healer that breaks off and heals them, or are you going to wait to be told to do stuff? You know, using the initiative is key. You know.
So you guys are taking control here.
Yeah, well, we should. If we lost this, it'd be not so good. Said Gravity beating Gravity, but in that league, you know, they're gonna get loads of experience, because when we've got a chat channel which we communicate between each other, and whenever we need a player, we're kind of chatting in that to get them in the group and help them out a little bit, you know, because we're all busy. Well, especially me, I'm busy. People are messaging me all the time, and I can't keep up. So them being in Zero Gravity just gives me a chance to get to know them, okay, and work with them. So yeah, hopefully we'll do well. But at the end of the day, if we smash them, which looks like we will do, you know, you learn from that.
So are they actually peeling off and fighting you guys on the sides? I'm actually hanging out in the middle here, watching the middle fight.
Gigabyte, the healers just come to me. I'm on the side at the moment with Gigabyte. Don't come over though, there'll be too much pressure on me.
It takes so long to fly over there in this camera mode. That's why I hung out here in the middle.
You can't just switch.
I can try to do this.
Can't teleport then.
There we go. Teleported to you.
Cool. I'm actually gonna go now. Nah, stay.
You can go. I'll follow you. He's actually put a pretty good fight against two of you.
Yeah, no. Like I said, you know, there's some good players in Z Gravity. Gigabyte is a really good healer. So you know.
So he's just healing through all this. Is he nature? It looks like the swoosh colors I'm seeing there.
But I'm going to leave him now because there's no node there, so we're just wasting time there. I'm going to leave Smart with him. Go to the middle. Actually, I'm going to go straight across and get that empty node. Effie had low health, but you know she's got a lot of power, so she's still with it.
She's holding out there. The Mojo came and helped her out. So it's 3-on-2 there in the middle. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Can't read that. Smile, bad death. Smile before death.
Smile before death, yeah.
He's moving so fast, I couldn't read it.
I'll go you over the team that we've got. We've got Smile before death, who's tanking, fully geared fire tank. So his job is he's going to be holding nodes, as in like just not really doing anything, just holding nodes, being a pain to kill, that kind of stuff, holding people, making them waste time, that kind of stuff. And you've got me, DPS in. If you didn't know already, a lot of people have been asking, have I switched to Quantum? Not yet. I haven't switched to Quantum yet. I didn't want to learn a new power for Friday Night Legends and kind of not know what I was doing. So now I know exactly what I'm doing, and you know, I'll be smashing out the damage, that's for sure. So I'm pretty good with Earth. I've had a lot of practice with Earth. Then you got Mojo, who's mental controller. He's probably one of the best trollers we've got in the league. Superb player. Then we got Effie, and you know, Effie's amazing player. She's really reliable. That's what I like, reliable players.
What do you mean by reliable? That she always does the same output, or that she's always available when you need her? Or
exactly. Both? Now I could be, you know, to the side. My health's low. I say that, and I'm going to die now. And my health's low, and you know, she'll be there to heal. You know, she'll pop around the corner out of the blue, and she's like capping nodes and stuff. It's so easy with a explosive block to get knocked off the nodes and lose a load of points. just like there. I'm not sure where you are
I'm
on that,
watching
but
you. Yeah, you knocked everybody off the point with those explosive blocks.
exactly. That explosive block's key when you've got nodes to capture and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So oh, nice block break there. So I'm just gonna go get some healing, and I'll be back. Simple.
And the fire tank just hold it here, huh? It's a
Exactly,
healer,
yeah.
looks like. Was it a gigabyte a healer? Can't remember.
Gigabyte's the healer, yeah.
Yeah.
Gigabyte's the healer. Go, Mojo.
Oh, Epiphany just showed up and healed him.
You can't hear me. Thought it was in the group chat then. I need to get used to that. Bam. Yeah, so I guess I better talk to you about a little bit about Gravity.
Yeah, please do. Tell us more about yourself. How big is y'all's league? Is it pretty large? Well, obviously, you have a junior league.
Yeah, now it's busy. Now it's really busy, but obviously, leagues don't start off like that. Originally, I was in a league called Full Metal Heroes, hence the league channel name. Full Metal Heroes. So when I was in that league, I started that YouTube channel, and that's when I was in that league. That's when I became like a decent player. Because the people in that league, God's Disciple, Mass Murder, they all wanted to shout out, Tagger, all those guys. I can't name everyone, but they're just such good players. It's a shame we couldn't be in the same league today, but you know, they're doing their thing. I'm kind of doing my thing. But yeah, the league kind of weird stuff happened, and we pretty much all went our separate ways. And I thought that was a good idea to kind of create a league. And I wanted it to be a PvP league, so I created Gravity. And this is about 9 months ago. Created Gravity with a guy called Mr. Roars, and you know, if it wasn't for Mr. Roars, there would be no Gravity. So it's really cool. You know, there's even a few times where I like doubted the league, and I was like, you know what, it'd be easier just to sack this off. But you know, he was like, nah, we're not sacking this off, and I was like, yeah, okay, fair enough, let's go. And it's just built from there. Like, we had a really solid foundation of players: Crockett, Zekro, Neuro, Star Revolution. You won't know those guys, but they're solid players.
Oh, and there's
Really
Epiphany. Look at that, just saved you.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
That was pretty amazing. Sorry to interrupt there, but she did exactly what you said.
Yeah, you just.
I totally derailed you there.
Yeah.
You were listing off people to help build the league.
Yeah, like I was saying, that, you know, so we had a really good foundation to the league, so it was easier for me to build a league because I had my channel, and you know, that kind of acted like a portfolio type thing. You know, I could get people. Let's just look at the scoreboard and then I'll continue with that. There we go.
Let's see.
See, Mojo just out damaged me in troll roll.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Wow. Only by a little over that. Yeah. About what, 800?
Just a little bit. Just a
Not
little
much.
bit. Just a little bit. Yeah. So we had such a good channel. Sorry.
Yeah, I killed everybody too.
He had a good background with everything, and it's just built from there. And now it's just so busy, really busy, like ridiculously busy. Hence why we've got Z Gravity there and stuff. You know, all the players are just amazing players, amazing people to speak to. Well, I kind of find like leagues like the Harry Potter. Have you seen Harry Potter? You must have seen Harry Potter.
What's that? Yeah, I've seen Harry Potter.
Kind of see leagues like the Harry Potter houses. Are they called houses?
Yep, the houses. Yep.
Yeah, the houses. Like you know, you've got those kind of the top people that everyone like kind of copies and kind of acts like, and it's exactly the same in DC. Like, you know, you've got certain leagues that, you know, all of their players acting the same just because they're trying to act like the top players in that league. So I was pretty cautious of who I invited to begin with, because I knew anyone who came in after that you know, they'd be looking up to us, and you know, it seems to worked out all right.
That's good. Yeah, you're representing the whole league everywhere you go, right?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And you know, you get some really nice people in the game, and then all of a sudden they join a certain league, and it's like, wow, you've changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And no, that isn't the Harry Potter sword and hat that I've got on my head. Before people start asking, I've got the wizard hat on.
Oh, yeah, I left you and was flying around your house checking stuff out, like your quarter and all that.
Oh yeah, I got that yesterday or the day before. Actually, a guy from the league gave that to me.
Wow.
I rolled on it, lost the roll. Heaven's Rain gave it to me. So I was like, oh, thank you very much. Quickly accept before he changes his mind. No, it's really cool. No, they got some. Someone's just invited me to Power Core again. So I might have to wait a little bit until we queue up. See, that's annoying as well. You need to change that about.
Yeah, auto decline. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I can't do anything now. I need to wait for that to kind of stop, don't I? Fade out.
I think so.
No worries. Yeah, no problem.
Maybe we can answer some questions while we wait. We got any questions over there?
Yeah, I've just been answering them on the chat stream. Well, I didn't want to.
I mean, now you can talk.
Stomp on. Just people asking about DLC 7 content, power. There was a question about you know, power respec with the DLC, and power respecking is the same price as a DLC, so we don't combo them for the price. I think DLC 7 is a pretty good deal for $10 or the equivalent. Yeah, people just asking about new items, new soders, new plans, that sort of thing. And yeah, there's all new Tier 5 and 5e
somebody's got
mods and soders, and there is better than level 85 Tier 5 gear that you can get in the raids up to level 87, and that's it's also a new style that we didn't show when we did our gear preview. It's called Traces in Time, and I think it looks really cool myself. It's kind of similar to the Norse armor from DLC 5, but I think it looks cleaner and more futuristic, and it's just kind of similar.
Did you guys get a queue there? I think I lost you. Or did you run away?
No. Power Core's still up.
Orbit, I do have a question. How are you guys doing with the new raids? Have you done raids or ops yet?
Oh, with the new raids. Well, to be honest, we haven't spent too much. Well, I haven't anyway. Spent too much time in the new raids yet. Been doing more of the alerts and the challenges every day, trying to build my gear up and stuff. So, to be honest, I have spent a little bit of time in them just to check them out, and didn't do too well, to be honest.
And that's,
but, you know,
that's intentional to a degree.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's perfect. That's exactly how I wanted it. I wouldn't change that. You know, there's nothing worse than kind of going in and completing it all straight away. Reminds me of the old days, actually, you know, where you had to build up your gear, and it took like a little bit of time for you to complete the content.
Right.
So, you know, perfect. I really like DLC 7.
Great.
Everything about it, to be honest. One of the best DLCs out.
So
yeah.
One other thing, just wanted to clarify. Traces in Time is not the booster gold gear. It is something that we didn't show when we first announced the T5 gear. That included booster. You know, when we showed off the inspired by booster gold, Harley, and so forth. So it's something different that I think looks pretty cool.
Does anybody out there watching have any questions for Gravity? Any tactic questions or anything?
Is the time traveler set the booster gold?
We were talking about Traces in Time, which is different. Yeah, that's different. The booster gold is. Yeah, that's why there could be a little bit of confusion there, but it looks very different.
I've got the time traveler chest on. If you want to check that out.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Don't have to. I'm upstairs in like the little casino part.
There you are.
Orbit, can I be you when I grow up? Yes, you can, mate.
Let's Let's see.
Upstairs.
They want to know how long you played.
Will we get a league bank?
I asked first, buddy.
Sorry. Go ahead.
They asked. They said, "Ask Orbit how long he's played."
How long have I played? Okay, I started playing like 2 weeks after launch, so you know, middle of January. When did you guys launch?
January.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, about middle of January 2000 and whatever it was, and yeah, it's still playing. So 2 years, about 2 years, just over 2 years. Seems like a long time now. I say that.
That's a good time. That's a good long time.
To think what my game time is, like how long I've been playing the actual game. That would make me quit. I think been playing this game far too long.
Orbit, another question for you. When are you going to have Trex back on your channel again?
Oh, Trex is a nice guy. Whenever I'm happy to do anything with Trex. I messed it up actually. We did like a talk thing, like a talk episode, and you know I messed kind of the voices up. We're really quiet, and I've kind of sorted that out a little bit on my channel. So it'd be good to get another one in with him where people can actually hear me. But you know, definitely whenever. We have a pup finally.
Okay. Yeah. I saw your whole league here is trying to model for the camera.
Yep.
Yeah, they love the attention. They love the attention. It's a shame. What is the cap for letting people in on your base, by the way?
I don't remember. We changed it so many times on, so I cannot remember.
Is it? It's not 50 anymore. It's under that.
I thought it was 20 something, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's been a while. We changed it a bunch in development, so I don't remember what we ended up stuck with. Maybe somebody out there can answer it for us.
We've got, well, the league is, I think we've got about 46 in Gravity.
Yeah.
But there's 32 online, so it's like a really active league. And I couldn't fit everyone in. And you know, some of the Z Gravity, you know, you've got Z Gravity there as well. Couldn't fit anyone in, so everyone in. Sorry. So we got some guys.
Quite large.
Another question, just about how you guys spec. Hold on.
How I spec.
Yeah.
Now, how am I spec now?
Yes, actually, do you guys generally do supercharge powers? How do you guys
supercharge? What do you mean by that?
I'm trying to find the question again. Sorry. Does everyone in your group spec for power supercharges in your PvP groups?
Yeah. Well, you mean new superchargers? Oh, we're against Gravity, actual Gravity.
Oh.
Where's the rest of the leagues in the EU? What's going on?
I know.
Well, it's after midnight.
Oh, it's Friday.
To be honest, everyone's queuing. Like the whole of Gravity's queuing. Like I just said, we've got 32 guys on, so we've got a lot of groups queuing for us. This is a really good group, so you should see, a good game here, guys. Really good group.
Orbit, do you know Pew's? One of the questions is, when are you going to fight Pew's team? P-E-W-S.
When am I going to fight his team?
Yeah. I don't know who Pew's is, but that was one of the questions.
Pew's Mass Terror.
Okay.
Pew's Mass Terror.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're queuing. We're queuing now.
Mass Terror is the one who got through the Nexus pretty far, weren't right? The other night?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mass Terror is the top league for villains. If you're a villain, you go Mass Terror, and that's that. It's pretty simple, really. The best league, in my opinion, used to be a league called Elitism, but they've unfortunately disbanded, so that's a shame. But now, Mass Terror, top league at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, look at that chat over there. Everybody's like, Mass Terror for life!
Yeah, Mass Terror, good league. Mass Terror, very good league. Be cool to fight them tonight on live,
Well, I'm going to have to roll a villain on EU just for that. I'm a villain on US PC.
Oh, okay. You guys not play US or EU? Sorry.
I haven't yet, but I might as well. There's some really good leagues out there. I hung out with Odyssey during PC Test a lot, as they played a lot of the raids. And they're a EU PC.
You're a PvE guy, PvP guy?
I'm PvE mostly. I do PvP some, but I'm not as good. I do love PvP in this game more than any other MMO I've ever played because a lot of it's skill. I mean, on launch day, or not launch day, but within the first day or so, I remember going up against a guy. I played on Death and Glory, which was a PvP server, and I remember going up against a guy who was 10 levels higher than me, and I almost took him. My cola was almost off a cooldown. He came and jumped me while I was in the middle of fighting some content, so he had a little jump on me, but I almost took him because it was skill based, you know. It wasn't gear or stats. It was knowing how to play your character, and I knew it because I'd already rolled a bunch while we were building the game.
Yeah.
So I do play
Nice.
PvP occasionally. I'm not very good at it. I get in sometimes against a preform, right? That's the current. Like basically I would roll in and I run in like gravity, and you guys would just stomp me. But I still play.
So-
I don't mind.
So I used to do PvE for fun, and PvP for feats. But now it's the other way around. So I'll do PvP for fun, and
PvE for feats.
PvE
Yeah.
for feats. But you know, saying that, I'm really enjoying you know your new alerts and stuff like that. Really enjoying that. So I'll happily jump in there. Really like the Legends PvE, if that's what you want to call it. I call it Legends PvE. That's really cool.
The anomalies.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, the anomalies. Yeah, no, I'm really enjoying that. Especially like the Huntress is probably my favourite Legends character. We'll cue some Legends if you want. I don't know. Do you want to see some
Fine with
Legends,
me.
or
You
do
wanna
you
see
find
some
it
Legends
boring?
later?
Some people find Legends boring, but
I'm
it's
fine
up to
with
you.
it.
Let's see what
Fine
people
with
say
that.
in the little chat out there. Larry will tell us if they're yelling no.
You want to see some Legends, guys, or not? Or are you going to cue some more Star Labs?
I actually think Legends is a neat thing that we have in our game that most other games don't have. It's a completely like clean slate. Gear doesn't matter. It's how you know your character.
Yeah, exactly. I found Legends are really good when like there's new guys playing who want to get into PvP. I say play Legends, you know, because when you learn that character, you start learning their weapon, and once you know a weapon, it's a lot easier to kind of control your own character.
Yeah.
So Legends is a really cool thing that you've added into there.
Yeah, it's interesting too with the anomalies we've added. You'll get a lot of wide varying feedback about, oh my god, it was so hard, and some people are like, ah, it's a joke, because like some people are used to playing Huntress, some people are used to playing Bizarro, you know. And
Yeah, exactly. There's some characters I'm just terrible with, absolutely terrible. Some of the chunkier characters, don't even know the names, to be honest. Bane's, I'm pretty good with Bane, but yeah, there's some characters I just don't play. I'm just not very good. I hate the rifle, for example.
oh yeah, you don't like
I'm
rifle?
really bad with the rifle. Very bad with the rifle. Ooh, sorry, I'm concentrating.
No, that's fine.
So did they want Legends?
Are you guys okay with Legends PvP? Some people are actually asking for you to do it just so it's more even.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, no problem. Well, Mass Terror, those guys might be queuing. That would be very even.
That would be really cool, yeah, if we get some Mass
That'd be a good
Terror in
match.
here, yeah.
That'd be a good match.
I'm talking a big game over here in chat, but I don't see them. What's up, Mass Terror? Trying to throw the gauntlet a little bit.
They'll be queuing.
Causing
they'll be
trouble,
queuing.
Jesse.
But yeah, you'll see the variety of playstyle. Like one thing I like about the anomalies right now is you can't overgear it to get through it. It's going to be the same difficulty every single time you play it. So it just really comes down to your skill of your character, of the player. You have to figure out how to play your character.
Yeah, exactly. And you get some really good Legends players, like people that you've never heard of that's just beast at Legends.
Oh yeah.
And one person in Z Gravity actually, who's probably better than most people in Gravity at Legends, is a guy called Crazy Oggy, who's he's an animal at Legends, beast at Legends, better than me at Legends. I'm alright at Legends, but I need some work.
Orbit, I have a personal question. You don't have to answer it, but someone wants to know how old
No, I'm
you
not
are.
gay.
Wow, that was more personal than that question. Okay, so not gay.
How old am I? I'm 23.
Okay.
23.
All right.
No, that's cool. Keep the questions coming. I'll answer your questions.
The other thing is, can you say when you are about to queue up? That's a request.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
That way Mass Terror can try to sync up the queue, I guess.
Yeah, I'll give a 3, 2, 1, and then whoever wants to queue can queue up. Sound good?
All right.
Good. I think we might be on a slight delay on.
Yeah, we are. That's the problem. I think we're on a 5-second delay. So it is going to be tricky, but it's also you'd almost want to coordinate with your league, because at this point, depending on what you guys are queuing for, there's not going to be that many players on EU PS3 at 1 in the morning.
It's the weekend. They should all be on.
Yeah. You'll be surprised. People want to be on this, beating us. You'll be surprised.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not coming out of the woodwork to come out there and just stomp your face in on live stream here, you know?
Exactly, you know, and it will happen as well. You know, all leagues, no matter who you are, you win some, you lose some.
Exactly.
So,
Orbit, what is your, how many skill points do you have?
I hit 161 today.
Wow.
Holy.
Wow.
Yeah.
161, everyone.
That's a lot.
That is near the limit at the moment. The theoretical limit. I think it's 164 or 166 for now.
It's definitely more than that. 100% more than that.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Definitely. I think it.
I say that only because there is we have on GM clients we have a feat complete command, and I think the last time I did that I got like 160.
You might have been a while since you've done that, because it'll give you. It might give you feats that you're supposed to get.
Changing powers and getting the feats.
Yes.
Someone is saying 169.
Yeah, I think it's nearer to that, to be honest.
And then someone, Arturo 113 says around 200 skill points max.
Nowhere near that though.
OMFG 161. What can you do with 161? I'm sure you can do a lot, especially since we added those extra little skill points at the bottom there.
Yeah. Especially now you put those ones on. I'm not even at the moment. I'm not spec'd into all of the damage because I'm spec max defense and toughness.
Well, that makes sense.
Pretty much all of the damage, but you know, there's still a couple ones that have missed out.
Yeah, with the new additions to the skill trees, there's more than enough. We gave ourselves quite a bit of headroom.
There's tons of stuff to spec into. So it separates, you know, the people who have actually bothered to kind of go out and complete those feats and spend time, to the people who haven't bought the gear, that kind of stuff, you know.
Yep.
So yeah, so we're all gravy. Like most people in Gravity are 130 plus.
You find that when you're not PvPing on a map, you just kind of run around grinding some feats up until your map pops or whatever. Your match pops.
Yeah, well, it depends how lazy I'm feeling. Like most of the time now, I'm not really fussed too much, you know. Like 500 city central bounties, you know, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not,
come on, it's cake.
Because I hate PvE as it is, so getting a group for bounties and traveling the city, you know, I'd rather just stand in the watchtower, to be honest.
That's fine.
Yeah. I've done 250, so
that's a lot.
Another question was, what gear are you sporting now? PvP gear?
Tier 4. Full tier 4. The new tier 4. Not tier 5. Obviously, there's no tier 4. So. I think everyone in the group is full tier 4.
Wow.
How fast did you guys get that?
It's funny because a guy in our league called Atom Theory got it like the next morning.
Oh god.
He said, yeah, full tier 4. I was like, what? How did you get that already? And yeah, he was just spamming layer jewels and he just got that super fast. And he, like a couple of days later, he was full tier 4 with not only his role but his like DPS as well. He's got full tier 4 like 2 sets. But it took me about 4 days or so doing some replays and stuff.
Wow. What is your role, Orbit?
I'm a DPS.
Okay. And that's pretty much all you play?
No, I play tank as well, but I mean for PvP you'll always see me in DPS unless it's a 5s, and then I'll be playing a like I'll be DPS but in tank role, tank stance.
Right.
That's the only other time. And then I do a bit of tank. Like now, tanks are needed never before, you know. So
yeah, that is true. With DLC 7, it's different.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much one of the main tanks in the league now, which is a shame because I wanted to go quantum, and they're like, no, we need you as tanks.
What kind of mods do you have? Are you fully modded with?
He's got the block launch one. I can't remember what it's called now.
Are you on about the tactical mods or my?
Oh, just your. Did you get any T5 mods yet, or you didn't?
I haven't put them on. I've just got level 4 mods on.
Okay.
Do you want to know specifically?
No. I think people just wanted, I think, to know if you were fully modded, at what level, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, being a top PvP league, modding your PvP gear is kind of main. That was my main priority anyway, getting that sorted.
Makes sense. Cool. What's your favorite map? What's your favorite arena?
Wow, there's a lot of questions. Favorite arena? I'd probably say Ace Chem.
Why?
Ace Chem's a really cool map. It's really when you get a good map on, sorry, not good map, a good group on Ace Chemicals. It's just fast, fast-paced game, really tactical. Love it. Just I really like Star Labs as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
I hate with a passion City Safe House. City Safe House. When you guys put Safe House on lock, I was like, oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm pretty happy that that's gone, to be honest. But yeah, 8s. I'm not a fan of 8s, to be honest.
Yeah, you don't like the FOSs in Australia.
Yeah, Australia's probably my favourite one if I was to pick an 8s. But apart from that, they're really laggy, and I just don't enjoy it so much. I prefer 4s and 2s. But yeah,
a lot more tactics you can involve, and they're actually closer and easier to
exactly.
Yeah.
8s is cool, 5s is cool because you've got to use your teamwork to shout out someone to kill and all that kind of stuff. So that's really cool. But real strategy comes through your 4s and your 2s working together with that person. So I really like them.
If you had to pick a dream map, what would your dream map be? What kind of arena would you like to see?
Dream map, wow.
It's loaded, I know, and we can't guarantee it, but I'm just curious.
Dream map, wow. I'd probably say Owen 4v4 deathmatch. I would love to see that.
With no power-ups, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, no, just smash each other up in Owen, in that Owen map. I'd love that.
Can I confirm, there was a question on Temple of Isis for arenas. I think that went with a new rotation, or is that?
I don't know if it's on this rotation. I have to look it up.
It is coming. There was a question on Temple of Isis coming to arenas PvP.
There is an arena made. I think it's in the rotation. I just don't know where.
Yeah, so it'll be coming soon, and we're going to be making the rotations shortly.
Yeah, you were a beast on damage there.
Yeah, Mojo didn't catch me then. I was main, in the group quite a bit, so I got a lot of damage out then. I'm using dazing devices. They really help with my damage out massively. Clipping with the dazing devices. Really good. They help massively.
I did get a question earlier, Orbit, about who you consider your top competitors. Are there any other leagues that are on parity or better?
Mass Terror, right?
You know what? Like I said at the beginning, there's so many decent leagues from EU PS3. I'd probably upset people if I said, but I'm going to say it anyway.
All right. Get you in trouble.
The thing is, you got some really good leagues, but they're just, like I said earlier, they just act like real childish, that kind of stuff. Villains, Mass Terror, and that's the only league I like from Villains. They're the best. Those guys are the best from Villains. Heroes, you got a lot more. You've got leagues like Legion, Full Metal Heroes, very good. Second to None, Team Awesome. Though I'd probably say those are the top leagues on Hero. if I missed anyone, sorry about that. But yeah, I'd probably say those guys. When you get those guys in a PvP match, you know it's on. You know it's game on. You need to switch your head on a bit.
I just want to clarify real quick. You guys did not lose. People are saying that you lost. It's because I'm in a free cam here and I was on the opposite faction. So everybody out in the world, Orbit won. Either way, Gravity was winning that match, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Like I said earlier, guys, don't get too carried away. We do lose.
No, yeah.
We do lose. Everyone loses.
So I don't know if anybody out there cares, but I was actually curious if clipping is a big deal, right? A lot of people like clipping. You can get a lot more damage out there, but I don't know if everybody who's watching actually understands what clipping means and how you clip. I don't know if you can do a quick overview explanation that might help with some of the people who are watching. Maybe everybody does know because they're hardcore. I don't know. But you just mentioned clipping, made me think of it.
You want me to explain that?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so clipping is when you're using your weapons and you've got your big long hold moves that take a long time, long animation, and you'll use one of your powers or a consumable to clip out of that animation, and that can work in your benefit sometimes. When they're going for a block break, you can quickly clip, which shortens it down to interrupt them. And sometimes you don't want to clip. Sometimes they may be blocking, you see they're blocking, and you don't clip that time because you're kind of in the middle of the animation, and if you was to clip, you'd go straight into the block. And you've got the chance, a longer chance for them to come out of the block before hitting. That sounds a bit confusing now I've just said that. But yeah, no, clipping is awesome. If you're good at clipping, all the good guys are good at clipping.
Oh yeah.
You can't by the way, we're going into Legends now, Ace Chemical Legends.
Okay, cool.
So
are you a one-handed? Is that how you're clipping? Is that your preferred? I was watching, but I'm not sure if you're one-handed or martial arts.
Yeah, one-handed.
One-handed,
I've been one-handed for a long time, and it's my favourite weapon, to be honest. Actually, like I was saying about earlier, me and Mr. Raws made Gravity. It was him who he was like, you should try this weapon out, and I was like, nah, I don't like it. And I tried it, and I really liked it. Really good. The block break was really nice because you can just wind your hand right the way back, and sometimes when they're scrambling to their feet, you wind that back. Same with dual wield, wind it back, then they get up, they block, and just bam, you hit them with that big block break. I really like one-handed. That's the weapon I'm using. I prefer melee. Doing a melee weapon for PvP and PvE.
Well, you get a little more resistance to some of the stuns and whatnot when you're in melee.
Yeah, no, I really like it. That is my favourite weapon. But some people are really good with, like I was dueling Raws earlier, and he was using hand blasters. And to be honest, any weapon which is not widely used is good because you're not used to what's coming at you. And he was using hand blasters, and I didn't have a clue when to block and all that kind of stuff.
Well, hand blaster has a pretty tricky block breaker on it that makes you think you should block it.
Yeah, exactly. And he's pretty good. He's dueling now, actually. I'm not sure if you can see him.
Which one? Who is it?
Ice Stamina is Raws.
Okay, I see him.
On his ult. Mr. Raws is kind of the leader of Z Gravity, so he's on Z Gravity. It's a bit of pressure. You got Swaripa. But I think Swaripa is DPS and Stamina's a tank, ice tank. So
it looked like somebody was clipped. There was some clipping going in there for people who are watching. They can see what you meant.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be clipping when they kind of look. When you see like a load of stuff go off at the same time, that the chances are that's a clip.
Yeah, right there.
But Swaripa looks like he's using the new quantum powers. Yeah. Which I heard. Okay, we're going into Ace Chemicals now.
All right.
I heard, the quantum was really good. And I'm looking forward to switching over and doing some guides on my channel. I've got guides for Earth and other powers as well. And when I do switch, if I switch, that's one thing I'll definitely be doing some guides and stuff for quantum.
Yeah, Quantum's really neat. I really like Quantum a lot. I think it came out really well.
Yeah, that's really cool, and it pretty much describes me, with the gravity and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Orbit. Yeah, so Here we are. I'm using Huntress. Like I said earlier, she's probably my favourite character. And I've just got stuck on the wall there.
So you've probably done the iconic anomaly for Huntress several times?
Yeah, I've been doing it daily. I've got a video on my channel of me doing it. Got some funky music going with that.
Yeah, some
That's what I
people
like.
have found that both hard, but I think, you know, once you kind of analyzed what's going on, I don't think they're too hard, but you do have to understand the mechanics of the game a bit.
Yeah, 100%. You know, you need to. It's good that you've put that dummy there at the start. You know, people can have a go at the powers and.
That's exactly why we put it there.
Yeah, exactly. It's really good. So I was thinking earlier. You know, even though I know the characters, but just a little kind of run through what's good and that kind of stuff just before you go in. It's always good. And yeah, I've actually got. Some people are really struggling last boss on the Bizarro one, that robot. I don't know what it's called. So I've actually recorded a commentary today of me talking through how to, like, good tactics, when to block and all that kind of stuff with that boss. So I'll be uploading that. It's done as soon as I'm done with you guys. I'll be uploading that, so that will help. Also, that feat where you can't kill the scientists.
That's a tough
is
one.
a bit of a pain.
Yeah.
So I've actually included that as well. You know, strategies on that as well. So me walking through that. So that's a good video for you guys to check out. And yeah, so that'll be both of them. I'm trying to get all of the content done. I will eventually, but you know, give me some time.
Sure.
It will be up.
It just came out.
Exactly. Yeah. Give me a chance. I like to go through it first, then record, rather than, you know, looking stupid on camera.
Yeah. Well, you can always edit it, right? We did you
I can
watch
do
the live stream with me and Jens doing the iconic anomalies? I gotta rub it in a
No.
little bit because he's not here.
No, I didn't actually. I didn't actually watch that. I did hear that you were awful though.
That was Jens.
No, I'm joking.
Actually, no, you're not far off. Jens actually gives me so much grief about it because I've never actually died in the those anomalies. I've beaten them every time I played them, but I get really close. And he says he can't stand watching me play Bizarro, so he told us on the live stream from everybody, I can't stand watching you play this. I'm gonna do this. And then he didn't get past the last boss. It was, and I'm live. It was pretty awesome. I hope you're listening, Jens.
Pretty embarrassing, maybe, but
It's
things
pretty
happen,
hard.
right?
If you get the timing down, he's not too bad.
Why does Locke look short again?
The chair is still not cranked up. Well, you're also like 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Like Jens. You guys are just so tall. I'm only 6 feet. 6'1". I'm short compared to these guys. In case you didn't know, Jens is
6'8".
6'8". And how tall are you?
I'm 6'4", I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if
6'8".
Jens is really 6'8",
no
but
way. Didn't know. Is he actually 6'8"?
He is.
something like that. Yeah, he is taller than me.
Doesn't look that tall when he's sat down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty tall.
For our Europeans, what is that? About 203 centimeters? 202?
No idea.
Not everybody's a
we
human
work,
calculator,
We work
so-
in
Yeah.
foot as well, so 6'8" is good for me.
Yeah.
He's a tall guy. Yeah, he griefed me last time. He apparently in the pre-show rubbed my controller on his butt, and then they set my chair really low. And I had mentioned it before I came in. This chair is really low, and him and Maps were like, "Nope, it's framed perfect." And apparently, you could just see my eyes over my name for the first 10 minutes or so before Jens took pity and let me fix my chair. Or actually, he fixed my chair.
So that's what you get up to.
Yeah.
Cool. So any questions going?
Yeah. Let's see. They want to know what your Earth DPS PvP loadout is.
They're all on my channel. All on my channel. But I'll tell you quickly anyway. I've got just trying to remember. Got Unstoppable, which will give me immunity. Then I'm using Sandblast, the 35% and lower move. I'm using Debris Field, Localized Tremor, Speed Drain, Power Supercharge, and Jackhammer. So it's pretty much just a daze and loadout. So the Unstoppable will daze them along with my dazing devices. You know, between them that'll keep them dazed, which will make my other moves you know, more powerful and stuff, will be doing more damage. And power supercharge, speed drain when they're low, easy PvP loadout, but you know it works. So that's what I'm using. You know, I switched my loadouts a lot. You know, that's what I like about Earth. You know, there's so many different loadouts you can use. I could just reel off 10 different loadouts now that all work. So
Wow.
probably not that many, but yeah, still. No, it's good.
Any other questions over there, Larry?
Will we be at E3? We will be at E3. And yeah, that's next month. For those that don't know, June 11th through June 13th in Los Angeles. And I did get a question about pugs. I guess you guys are primarily facing pugs. So I don't know if there's much we can do about that.
Yeah, it's not their fault.
Yeah.
We're just queuing up. I'll give you a free two.
Once arranged matchmaking comes
exactly,
in.
we need. That's what we need.
Yeah, you guys
That's
could.
exactly what we need.
Yeah, yeah, we could actually, and so that's one thing that I'm really looking forward to, for if nothing more for Friday Night Legends.
Yeah, that would be really.
You
cool.
can try to team sync, but it's kind of hard because we are on delay, so syncs are a little tough.
We've just got to pop on Star Labs. We'll see what we got.
Yeah, people want you to do a 4v4 sync against Mass Terror, which would be cool.
It would be cool.
But
Well, I can see if I can try and do that. Hold on.
And your favorite? Do you have another Legends character that you like? Your favorite is Huntress, but do you have any others? That was a question from the community.
Sorry. Say that question again.
Favorite Legends characters. I know Huntress is your favorite. Do you have any others that you like?
Yeah. Bizarro, I really like. Who else? Bizarro, Nightwing. Really like Dr. Fate. Really like Dr. Fate. That's probably. You know, I don't use too many. Steel's always a good one. Probably those guys. Anyone with
yeah,
range
Steel
weapon,
is Steel especially was really tough.
He's still very tough.
Yeah,
he's still very tough.
Yeah. Do have a question just about SOE Live. That's more for us. So SOE Live is going to be in early August in Las Vegas, and it's a fan event where SOE players play PlanetSide 2, EverQuest 2. You know, all of our games come together and meet developers and have panels, and we will be there, and we'll have we do plan to have a tournament again. We had a PvP tournament last year with cash money prizes, so we'll certainly be doing something else like that. We might try to mix it up and do something else, but I haven't confirmed that yet, so I don't want to mention it and be wrong.
Someone asked, how do they join Gravity?
How do you join Gravity? Okay. Joining Gravity, I'm not gonna lie, it's tricky. If I don't know you, it's gonna be tricky. If you're a DPS, it's gonna be tricky. If I don't know you and you're a DPS, it's game over. Because at the end of the day, you know, most people in the league can DPS. You know, there's 46 guys. I'd probably say 40 of them can switch to DPS and they've got full DPS gear. So, but I mean, I'm going to sound really strict here. We probably look for having a mic, because obviously that's good for communication. Mm-hmm. Having a role power, so you know, tank, controller or healer. Then 130 skill points plus. It's going to sound harsh, but the reason the requirements are so high is because, you know, we're a busy, active league. You know, when you're starting off a league, you can't afford to do that, but we can. So 130 skill points. Mike, you want to be PvP CR 84 modded, and you know, and even then I want to play with you. And like I said earlier, you know, if that player can use their initiative, they may have the gear, they may have all that kind of stuff. They need need their initiative, you know. So when you've got that, come to me. We can play some games. If it's good times, in you come. If not, pack your bags. See you later. But I mean, that's what Z Gravity's for, because you go, like, even if you got the gear, you can get into Z Gravity, because you know it's not so strict. Then we can play with you and see how you are, and then you kind of get promoted into Gravity. And there's actually someone I'm gonna promote up tonight, actually, from Z Gravity to Gravity. Cool. They're all like looking at each other now. Who's that gonna be? So yeah.
There's another question. Maybe I'll throw it at Jesse. How does the DCO team come up with your heroes or villains? That could be interpreted one of two ways.
Yeah, I don't know what that question means, to be honest.
Yeah. If you could clarify.
You mean like in the PvE side? I don't.
Yeah, like which ones we choose to focus on. And where does that cool quarter drop at?
Yeah.
Gravity, do you remember where you got it?
Yeah, I do. It dropped on the what's the bat one?
Family Reunion.
One? Yeah, Family Reunion on the first boss.
Yeah, so that's one of the new DLC 7 Origin operations. Family Reunion.
I think it's a fairly rare drop too.
Actually, I don't think it was the first boss. No, it wasn't. I tell a lie. It was on the Batman and Catwoman boss. That one is where it dropped.
Oh yeah, in the office.
Yeah, in the office. Yeah, drop there. And like I said, Heaven's Rain got it and passed it on to me. So we got a pop.
Also, do have questions on a ranked ladder system. So we've been, I think a lot of people here probably know, we've been making some changes to PvP over the last few updates, and we've mentioned that we do intend to kind of expand on the ranked matchmaking system that we've already got in place. We've been making changes to how that works. So it is our intent to eventually have a ranking system that we do expose. So it is coming. I just can't tell you when, because I don't know when it is yet, because we've got quite a bit of work to do still on wrapping up the launch of DLC 7 and getting Trigon ready.
We're going in. We're in.
All right. I can't tease a new power because we haven't said that there's a new power. Unless you're talking about Quantum.
Quantum's
okay, Mass Terror. We got Mass Terror.
All right. Here we go.
Here we go. This is going to be a good match.
And we're nearing the end of the time of the show anyway, so this is perfect.
Right, Smile, go right. This is tense now.
It's on.
No pressure at all here.
Well, like you said, sometimes you lose. It's all right.
Exactly. These guys are top players, man. Really good players.
Gravity's YouTube page name is Full Metal Heroes, or their
we've
YouTube
got
channel?
Gravity. We've got Gravity, which is for Gravity, and then you got Full Metal Heroes, which is specifically my channel.
Okay. So that was one of the questions.
Yeah. So I mean, there's two channels. There's even one for Z Gravity.
We can't really talk much more about League halls yet, other than that we did mention that we're going to be working on them. They're going to be the focus of one of the DLCs this year, and we're working on some tech. That has a lot more kind of new system development, so that's a little going to take a little bit longer before we can talk about that yet. But I'm hoping you guys will like it. I think it'll make having a league and kind of maintaining a league a lot more interesting, just a lot easier.
So focusing, guys.
No,
I understand that. So I'll just respond to some question. Yes, I can't talk about future content or the dwarf gets us. Get some Game of Thrones fans? Yeah, Game of Thrones. I think that's a Game of Thrones reference.
Guys,
see.
smile. This isn't what?
The score is 932, 924. This is how close it is.
Nice.
Can we get a new mentor? And someone's asking about water powers.
We'll never say no,
Yeah.
but we don't have it on the books right now.
And what's going on with nature? At this point, we've kind of collected data and had some internal discussions, but Jesse Scott, or Spord, our primary powers designer, has been polishing up Quantum, so can't really...
We'll take care of nature.
Yeah.
Don't worry. That's
Yeah.
what I play.
Yeah. Jesse's a nature healer primarily. Another question, who are these guys? Again, for those arriving late, guy in red is Larry Liberty. I'm the executive producer of DC Universe, and Jesse Benjamin is our design director. Jens and Meps are on vacation, both of them, separately.
Tell the truth.
They're not together.
They're being investigated because of their underground cockroach fighting ring.
Oh, no, you're not supposed to say that.
It's not funny, but it is funny to me.
All right, so people are on you, Jesse, to get that nature going.
I think nature's beast already. I love it. It's a more complicated healing. I always make fun of the sorcery guys. We have a sorcery healer in house that I always tease. I'm like, you're lazy. You just drop your fields down and you're good to go. I gotta like spam all my little HOTs, and I gotta hit my flash at the right time. I gotta monitor my power so well. Lazy sorcery guys.
Who's winning? Since we're observing,
They are winning. They are winning.
Okay.
They are. It's 8-2, 7-4-3.
Okay, it's pretty close, but
It's pretty close. Like I
But
said,
gravity is
this
behind.
This is a top mass territory. Very good team.
okay. Orbit, do you have a nemesis?
I don't have a nemesis. No, I wouldn't say I had a nemesis. Actually, yeah. Well, I say that. There's a few people I hate in the game. Let's put it that way.
All right.
Yeah, let's not
Nemesis.
call their names out.
I wouldn't call him my nemesis. I wouldn't call him my nemesis.
Is sorcery not good? Sorcery is good. I just tease sorcery players because I'm a nature guy. That's all it is.
Apparently, people want names of people you hate, but you don't have to.
No, we shouldn't call it names.
People on the EU server will know who they are. Okay, shall I say?
I
No,
wouldn't.
I'm not gonna say no.
Because then you'll become their nemesis and they'll just harass you.
They already harassed me.
High five, back at you. Gemines? Is that what I said?
Does nature go well with acrobat?
That's what I play. I play nature acrobat actually. Because I think if you go flying, you're just lazy again. I think super speed and acrobats, that's the way to go. Don't take the easy way out. You gotta be creative with your paths, man. Again, I'm talking about PvE. They cleared you out on this node over here. That center node. Where you at? There you are. Oh, I got a little one-on-one action here.
Yeah. Against Mr. Pale, he's fucking awesome. Oh, excuse me, language.
I get it.
Jesse, please say
I'm pulling from Gravity.
Sibylla from Gravity.
Sibylla from Gravity. I love her.
Okay, apparently,
That's Pollo said that?
yes. Pollo DCO.
That
Polo or
Yeah.
Pollo? Huh?
I think Pollo.
I guess it depends on
Or
what
is
part
that
of the world
Pol
you're from.
Zero? Pole Zero, I don't know.
Sibylla from Gravity. Why does he want me to say that?
Apparently
I love
he
her.
loves her. That's why.
Alright.
Sibylla.
You guys gonna have a
Ready.
proposal here on the show? Is that what the
No, I think they're already married actually.
Oh.
They're already married.
All right.
Yeah, they're together. They're kind of, you know, room by room playing. So yeah, pretty sure they're married.
So Sibylla, Polo or Pollo loves you?
I think it's Pollo.
Pollo.
Although my Spanish accent isn't the best.
Yeah,
let's
that's
put
good.
it that way.
Any update on the
But
score?
yeah, they're Spanish.
Oh, and it,
Uh,
yep.
5-3-2 to 7-4-6. I'm gonna blame it on the bad communication that we've got because I'm in the chat with you guys. that's my that's my excuse. No, fair play. They're good team. It's not over yet.
Who's Smile? They keep talking about Smile.
Okay, Smile Before Death. He has his own channel.
Oh,
as
Smile
well.
Before Death. Got it.
Yeah. He's
That makes
Smile
sense.
Before Death.
I'm
He's,
watching him fight right now.
He's got a very big channel. Like I think he's got about 4,000 subscribers as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so big channel. Both of our channels really big.
Music Head Trasses is asking what's the best place to get good drops. Well, I'd say
all the content.
Yeah, the
is-
new DLC 7 content.
The raids will be the very best because you can get your level 87 gear there.
Yep.
For PvE, PvP, you buy your gear now with the new system. With your marks. We got a real good stalemate here between Smile Before Death and Pew. So Smile Before Death is a fire tank, right?
Yes.
What is Pew, I wonder? I can't tell. Like that looks like Quantum.
No ice.
Is it ice? Oh yeah, there it goes. There's ice. I just saw the lighter colored effects there. Oh, it launched.
All right. Kid Megafire. Turd Kittens 511 wants to give you a shout out. That is a great name.
Is Yen's the only reason tier 5 armor is Aquaman? No.
The booster gold gear is not a DPS gear type only, is it?
You should be able to get every time.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be able to get every roll,
I think.
if I remember correctly. Do you get the level 87 item gear every time in the raid, or is it a rare drop?
It's not super rare, but you're not going to get it every time. I mean, you'll have your set before you know
Yeah,
it.
you'll have opportunities throughout the raid to get gear drops. There's, you know, it's a multi-step raid. Another question on update 26. Went over it at the beginning, but the big thing is PvP challenge, which we will be using for Friday Night Legends when it goes forward, so we can set up specific arranged matches. That's what we initially called it, arranged matchmaking. We're going to call it Feature PvP Challenge, and it allows you to, through the social menu, invite players, challenge players to specific matches. So if you want, you can challenge a friend to a lair duel, and or if you wanted to, you could have asymmetric matches. So you could have like a 2v3 in Fortress of Solitude and do some pretty cool things. One caveat: it does not offer rewards since it's not part of the new PvP map rotation. It is also the way, though, to get access to all the maps. All PvP maps. You don't have to wait for a map rotation to play whatever you have access to.
Nope. I'm reading the text over there and I missed that we moved on. That's been a really good match. You guys are, it's really lengthening out.
Like I said, you know, it's gonna be a good match. These guys, very good players. It's gonna be a good match. It is a good match. I'll be able to talk more when I'm out.
Yep, understood. So Jesse, where can we buy the booster gold gear? That's actually a drop.
It's a drop, I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can get that again by playing the operations.
Yeah.
And you can get level 81 to 83 gear from the iconic anomalies. So the new solo missions that you play as Huntress or Bizarro.
Yeah, for those of you who are having troubles with operations, they're doable in Tier 4. We did it. We actually did a live stream of it where we played most of one. And then, but you can go do some of your iconic anomalies, and you'll get some drops pretty quick in there. And just a couple pieces will make you that much more powerful, and you'll actually be able to get through those operations just fine. They're long and they're fun. They're a lot of fun.
Something other than arranged matchmaking in the game update. Some other stuff that, you know, those that have bases might appreciate. We're actually going to be improving base pack up, so there's going to be more and better placement nodes. So, you know, when you have like layer duel, you can only see the items that are visible on those nodes.
It's a O.
Oh, lockbox. Oh, there is one other thing that I actually didn't go over, and that's we're going to be updating the Prometheum lockboxes in Game Update 26. So the necks and rings that are currently in the lockboxes will be moving over to the vault, and we're going to be adding a bunch of new items to the lockboxes, and we're also going to be making them tradable. So if you get something that you've already got, you could actually still sell it on the auction house and make probably lots of money. We're adding some more new 52 styles and a bunch of really cool base items. Some of you may have seen the mammoth on the auction house. You will actually be able to get a mammoth. The mammoth is one of the drops in the new Prometheum lockbox.
Oh, nice! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So is that going up now? Like,
With G26.
if my
Sorry,
if my I mean, if my CR is up now, can I, like, the rings and stuff? Is that going in?
The rings, no rings. The rings that are currently in the Prometheum lockboxes are actually moving to the vault, the existing ones, and we have other rings in DLC 7 that are higher level, but you will get it through the DLC 7 content. So we didn't want to make the necks and rings tradable. We want everything in the Prometheum lockboxes to be tradable. So the primary goal with that is to make sure that you never feel like you get a bad drop, because you can always trade it or sell it.
Ah, they got us.
Yeah, they got you.
40 to 295. Good game.
Wow.
That was a really good game.
Yeah, no. Like
And we got it. We got it. At the end of the show, we got the Mass Terror versus
Yeah.
Gravity. Look at that.
So,
yeah, there you go, guys. Great game.
all right. Well, just wanted to thank everyone for taking part. Special shout out to Orbit and Gravity. You guys did well, and it was nice seeing a very tight match at the end.
Yeah, no, it's good being on the show, guys.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. So, again, for those that that want to learn more about DC Universe from someone that knows it quite well, do check out Full Metal Heroes and the Gravity YouTube channels. And that's pretty much everything. Jesse, did you want to say anything else before?
No, other than thanks for being with us there, Orbit. That was awesome.
No problem, guys.
And
No
thanks to
problem.
Mass
Good
Terror
times,
for
you.
showing up at the
Yeah.
end there. That was great.
Yeah, that was good. All right. Well, thanks, everyone. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.